Yeah. Oh man. So I'm working on the next segment. We're gonna be discussing booty bandits, right? We're gonna be discussing the history from my experience, from what I've watched, from what I've heard, and what I've saw in the institution. And boy, I tell you, booty bandits was in effect when I came up north in the 80s. All you guys that came up north in the 90s, you guys got saved by the bell. We're gonna break that down. It's a known fact that majority of individuals who joined gangs in the 90s that just wanted to be a part of something, majority of them that wanted to join, they joined out of fear. They were scared, confused, and some of them joined because, they didn't have a family. So this was like a family to them. But from what my perspective, from what I saw a lot of fear in a lot of the young individuals, a lot of the white boys, a lot of the Spanish, a lot of the blacks that came upstate didn't know what to expect. So when Bloods came, Crips came, they joined something greater so that they can have allies like people like myself. We was what we call the one-man army. Like we would roam we would set it off on a whole bunch of individuals by ourselves, and that's how we were surviving. We didn't really need to join a gang, even though I can't state them of the nation of God and earth, but I didn't have to join nothing. See, the Nubians was not something that we joined out of fear. The Nubians was something that existed when we had Black history classes all over, and we just love our people, and we all strong came together as one unit. And then everybody that was a part of our group can survive on their own, one man army. So it wasn't just like we joined Nubians or guerrillas, the black guerrillas, because we were scared. No, we did that because we was fighting the police, and we was fighting the administration, and we held New York State down. No matter where we went, we held it down. So, and we shut down New York State in 2000. We shut it down. That's the power. That's the power that we had, amongst real people. But we're gonna get to that later. But I wanted to talk about the booty bands, and I want to show you the history about gang members and fear. Now, we have some other members that's just like they can run a one-man army, and they joined the gang for other reasons, reasons that none of my concern, but they joined because they wanted, to use those little kids or whatever, for their own benefit. So it's not, I'm not saying every member, because there's some individuals that can hold it down that was a part of that thing, that joined it for whatever reason they wanted to join. But I'm just saying, when we was dealing with the booty bandit situation, there was a lot of gang members. There was the New York old outlaws, and it was basically the bikers, and the old gangs in New York existed. Pimps, we had pimps and shit existed. So we dealing with a different era. What happened once we got rid of the gang of the booty bandits, we spreaded that love and got rid of them. The new kids that came up, they would come up under us. But what happened, it got so loose where when this thing happened on Rikers Island in 9-3 and 9-2 and 9-3, they came upstate, and it was a different turnaround, because when a lot of these guys came upstate, they knew the young youth that came up in the 90s that was on some dolo shit, that was on some, that was holding it down with us. They knew them. So it was like, who sometimes get you closer to freedom, or who get you around the penal system. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're gonna hold you down, or my cousin gonna hold me down, my brother gonna hold me down. So a lot of people was living off the, blood, sweat, and tears of other individuals. We won't talk